In the headlines, security operatives in Edo rescue 5 victims of train attack as NRC beef up security. APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu vows to spread infrastructure projects across the country if elected. Federal government to resume trial of Boko Haram suspects in March. And on the international scene, police arrest over 300 protesters after Bolsonaro supporters attack key offices in Brazil. Hello and welcome to News Update on Trust TV. I am Sagir Ibrahim. Hello and welcome once again. A retired police officer, a nursing mother, and her baby, as well as 2 minors, have been rescued from among the 32 passengers abducted from Igweben train station in Edo State. The spokesperson of the Edo State Police Command, SP Chidi Nwabuzo, who confirmed the rescue of the victims, said the victims were rescued by a combined team of security agents, including the local vigilante and hunters. One of the kidnappers had been arrested by security operatives. He added that the police, with other security agencies, the Edo State Security Network, vigilantes and hunters are still combing the bush to rescue the victims unhurt and further arrest the perpetrators. The victims were waiting to board a train to Warri in Delta State when they were abducted on Saturday afternoon by gunmen. The attack came about 9 months after bandits attacked the Abuja-Kaduna train, gunned down some passengers and abducted more than 60 others who were released after ransom payment. Meanwhile, the managing director of the Nigerian Railway Corporation, Fidet Okira, has said the attack will not affect the Itape-Warri train service. Speaking to Daily Trust correspondent via telephone, Okira said the train service will continue, but additional security measures would be introduced. He also clarified that there was no attack on the train, but only the station was attacked. Minister of Transportation, Muazu Sambo, had visited the affected train station in the early hours of Sunday. A statement later issued by the Director, Press and Public Relations of the Ministry, Henshaw Obuike, said the federal government is making efforts to free the passengers, noting that the police are on the trail of the criminals and have mobilized with a view to protecting the lives and property of the remaining passengers. Also, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has expressed worries over the latest attack on train stations in Igweben local government area of Edo State, during which an undetermined number of people were abducted by armed men. Atiku, in a statement signed by his media office on Sunday, noted that the misfortune is the latest in a long, condemnable line of security breaches previously unseen in our national history. The vice presidential candidate, while condoling with victims of the attack and their families, prayed for the safe return of the victims. He further stated that the incident serves as the latest reminder on the urgent need to reform the security architecture to better safeguard the lives and properties of Nigerian citizens. Also, some communities in the southern part of Kaduna recently came under attacks, leading to the loss of many lives and destruction of properties. Survivors and victims of the attack recount their experience. Ali Ahmed sent this report from Kafanchan as presented from our studios.
It was on a Sunday night when most families retired to sleep that the gunmen attacked the Malagung and Sokwang communities in Kaura local government areas of Kaduna State, killing about 40 people. Narrating his ordeal, Nathan Thomas Yashim, who lost his father, stepmother and some relatives, said they were ambushed by the attackers.
10 a.m. and 10 p.m. we saw some van security came and stopped here. After some time they drove around there. We thought those people were to help us because there was a rumor that they would attack our community. Meanwhile, there was an ammo tank here. So that they came through that night, we thought they were for our help, not knowing that it is the evil perpetrators that were busy planning their attack. I was right outside when they started shooting. That is my house. I ran to my father just to rescue them. That was why I left my vehicle, so that I can convey them out of the... in coming here, already they are here. They were just in those... We cannot just say their numbers. They were too numerous.
Another victim, Ishaku Aluwang from Sokong community, said that he was attacked on his way back from his ginger farm by dagger-carrying attackers. I am begging them to spare my life, but he collected the cutlass and attacked me. That's how my hand was macheted, because I raised it to protect my head. I am the largest farmer in my community, but the attackers have ruined my life. I don't know where and how to start from, because I depend on farming to earn my living. They have reduced me to square zero. An aged woman, Elizabeth Joel from Sokong, said the attackers came to her room and asked her to leave immediately or she will be killed. After the attack, military men were deployed and stationed around the communities. The community called on the government to do the needful to bring back peace to the communities and bring the culprits to book.
Tragic events there also. Parents of one Muhammad Jawad, a 9-year-old boy who was mistakenly shot and killed by the police, are demanding justice. Muhammad Jawad, a passerby, was shot dead when police operatives on patrol shot to disperse notorious miscreants popularly known as Kauraye in Katsina metropolis. Abdullahi Yamadi reports that the incident happened when police operatives, while responding to a distress call, came under attack by a group of Kauraye at Sabuwar Ungwa quarters in Katsina. Here's his report.
Parents and other sympathizers call on relevant authorities to ensure justice is served against the killers of the 9-year-old Muhammad Jawad. We demand nothing but justice from authorities. My son was hit by a bullet fired by a police officer. It isn't true that they were dispersing Kauraye. We don't have miscreants or Kauraye in this area. Sabuwar Ungwa quarters is a hub for sales and abuse of cannabis, sativa, and other illicit drugs by notorious Kauraye in Katsina metropolis. Police authorities say the miscreants of Kauraye, armed with dangerous weapons, grouped themselves and instilled fears in the minds of residents of the area. The command dispatched its operatives immediately to disperse the miscreants, and in the process, one Abdulganiyu Yusuf attacked one of the police operatives with the intent of disarming him. In the process, the police officer fired Abdulganiyu on his fingers, and the bullet hit Muhammad Aliu and Muhammad Jawad, who were passers-by.
The Commissioner of Police, Katsina State Command, CP Shehu Umar Nadada, PSC, commiserated with the parents of the deceased and injured victims. He also sent delegation under the leadership of Area Commander Metropolitan Area Command, ACP Yahuza Samaila Shal, to condole the family and assure them that the command is carrying out full-scale investigation into the matter.
In the course of investigation, Abdulganiyu Yusuf, Abubakar and Abubakar Husseini were arrested, in addition to the recovery of damaged police vehicles and motorcycles. They say I'm the principal suspect who grabbed police officer with a view to disarming him. It is a lie. The police officer shot me at a close range. I'm innocent, and they say I was arrested as a principal suspect. But look at me here, suffering from wounds. They removed my 2 fingers. I demand justice from all relevant authorities. Increased criminal activities of the group has been a source of concerns to residents. Abdullahi Ismayamadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.
Thank you, Yamadi, for that report. Away from that, APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu told Ariwa community in Lagos State that his government, if elected, will spread infrastructure projects to give all sections of the country a sense of belonging. Tinubu said this at a rally organized to endorse him by the Arewa community at Old Onikon Stadium in Lagos Island. Governors of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and Kano State, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, accompanied Tinubu to the rally. The APC candidate told the crowd that his progressive politics will ensure justice for all, thanking the community for their open endorsement. Take a look.
Today, we live in harmony. We live in joy. We live in peace. We must do our business and bring prosperity to Nigeria. We will make provision for those children. Then we have school. Then we have education. Then we have clinic. Then we have somewhere to sleep. Then we have food to eat. Nigeria is their country.
Arewa community, I would like to inform you, your brothers and sisters in Arewa, they love Asuwaju more than the way he is loved in Lagos.
By God's grace, Arewa is going to give you massive support, not only in Lagos, even in the northern Nigeria. I am sure, I won't tell you categorically, sir, anybody you see here in Lagos, they are the representative of their people in the north.
The presidential candidate of the APC there. Ahead of President Muhammadu Buhari's visit to Yola for the APC campaign rally, the Adamawa State Police Command has deployed additional manpower to ensure a hitch-free rally. The command also ordered officers to display a high level of professionalism and respect for human rights. Trust TV's Silas Lawan visits the Muhammadu Buhari Square, the venue of the rally, to see the level of preparedness for the event.
This is the venue of the All Progressive Congress campaign rally, which is scheduled to take place on Monday. Activities here are in earnest. Chieftains of the party are busy putting things in place to house the president. Adamawa State Assistant Commissioner Police in charge of operation, Shehu Umar Didango, enjoined residents to be law-abiding, as the command is ready to deal with anyone whose intention was to breach law and order.
We have gotten a very good cooperation from members of the public through enlightenment, through our PPRO, who informed the people of the coming of the president. They should remain calm and ensure they equally be peaceful. We were able to reach all traditional rulers, religious leaders, youth leaders, political party members, that they should remain peaceful as well as they should remain law-abiding citizens.
The preparation is on top gear. I think she's not someone that just does her thing anyhow. She's a very serious-minded person. And anything she does, she will do it to the best of her ability. So she's ready for this flag off for campaign rally.
We thought, as a party, we deserve every right to be accorded the state facility of Ribadu Square to host the event. But unfortunately, approval was granted for the presidential rally that was billed to hold on the 18th. But when the governorship aspirant approached the same Adamawa State government for the venue, they denied granting the venue for the event to hold on the 9th.
People will support her to make the event to be successful, because they are all needing to see Mr. President, General Muhammadu Buhari, and they appreciate the Adamawa State people have been happy to hear that a president himself will come and support our distinguished Senator Gamna Tubi Aisha Tubinani.
APC chieftains in the state urged their team and supporters, party loyalists, to be law-abiding, as campaign rally will not be successful without peace. Vehicle movement will be restricted, especially those coming from Sangere Numan to Yola. Motorists in Yola are advised to take alternative roads. From Yola, Silas Lawan, Trust TV News.
Prospective voters in Rigasa ward in Igabi local government area of Kaduna State lament slow pace of distribution of permanent voter cards at ward level. While monitoring the process in Kaduna metropolis during the weekend, the residents also entertained fear that the exercise may elapse without many collecting their PVC due to last-minute turnout of would-be voters. Here's the report.
The distribution of PVC is ongoing at ward level across Kaduna State, with people trooping to the collection center to get their PVC. At the collection center at Tudunwada in Kaduna South local government area, residents come to collect their PVC ahead of January 22nd deadline.
The situation is very hot. People are plenty. Some people have not yet gotten their cards, but most of the people coming are getting their cards, alhamdulillah.
Going by the number we have distributed yesterday, compared to what we are distributing at the local government level, there's a difference. Even I can say it double our turnout. Like yesterday, we have distributed over 1,200 plus, unlike when we are distributing it at the local government office.
At the Rigasa ward in Igabi local government areas, people turn out for their PVC.
People are just getting to know about the exercise. But from today, inshallah, we expect the large turnout of course, well-be registrants to collect their PVCs in the centers that I have mentioned.
Some of the mistakes in the voters' cards are maybe the pictures, and maybe that is from our people that captured the person, the owner of the card. That is the reason why, I think that's the reason why you will find out that the picture is not maybe half of his body, half of his face, the other face is not there.
Rigasa ward has more than 150 polling units with tenders set aside by INEC for the distribution of the PVC. Some are entertaining fear that the time may elapse, with many not able to collect their PVCs due to slow pace of the exercise.
Sincerely speaking, I expected an easier strategy of distribution of this PVC in such a way that people will get their PVC in an easier way than the arrangement already made.
I am appealing to INEC to decentralize the distribution of the PVC to polling units so that people can get their PVC within the stipulated 10 days. The exercise will last for 10 days at ward level. Bella Musa, Trust TV News, Kaduna.
You're watching News Update on Trust TV. Coming up after the break. Why price of yam is falling. Do stay with us.
This is Trust TV, documenting the Nigerian story.
Oh dear residents of the FCT, the dry season is here again, a time when the Harmattan haze is intense and combustibles burn faster. So be responsible and take precautions. Stop bush burning. Stop the sale of gas in areas not approved for such purpose. Make sure you put off all electric appliances when leaving home or the office. Remember, fire is an obedient servant and a bad master, and has caused colossal damage to lives and property in our dear territory. Support FCT Emergency Management Agency today to prevent fire disaster. For any emergencies in the FCT, call FEMA on the 112 toll-free number or 080-5722-4574. FEMA, reducing disaster risk for a safe and happy FCT.
Daily Trust presents 20th Daily Trust Dialogue. Theme: Interrogating the 2023 Presidential Agenda. Panelists: Professor Jibrin Ibrahim, Professor of Political Science and member of the Board of the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD. Dr. Yetunde Anibaba, Lecturer, Analysis of Business Problems, Lagos Business School. Dr. Eugene Enahoro, Human Capacity Development Specialist and CEO, Heltoni Services Limited. Date: Thursday, 25th January 2023. Time, 10 a.m. Venue, NAF Conference Center and Suites, Gwarimpa Expressway, near Next Shopping Mall, Kado, Abuja. For sponsorship and branding participation, contact 081 00 49 1948, 081 65 32 0660, or 080 33 92 8902. The event will be broadcast live on Trust TV.
If you're just joining, you're watching News Update on Trust TV. Now a recap of our top stories. We told you security operatives in Edo rescue 5 victims of train attack as NRC beef up security. And APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu vows to spread infrastructure projects across the country if elected. To more stories now, the federal government says it has concluded plans to proceed with the second phase of the prosecution of Boko Haram suspects currently being held in a military facility at Kainji, Niger State. The Solicitor General of the Federation and Permanent Secretary of the Federal Ministry of Justice, Beatrice Jedi Agba, stated this on Sunday while speaking to journalists in Abuja. Agba explained that the trial, which has been done in phases, was temporarily halted to ensure proper investigation of the suspects and to put necessary measures in place to ensure that they were given a fair trial that would meet global standard. She further stated that the federal government is committed to ensuring that justice is dispensed to assuage feelings of victims and survivors of terror attacks and to decongest the detention facilities. Yam farmers in Niger State have lamented the fall in the price of yams since the beginning of this harvest season. Our reporter in the state says farmers are attributing the fall to insecurity and other challenges. Take a look.
Shiroro, Paikoro, and Munya local government areas are among the major yam producers in the state. A check at yam markets in Kuta, Mutunde, and Paiko in above local government areas shows significant fall in the price of yam. Farmers say the current price is not commensurate with the prices they bought inputs such as fertilizer and chemicals during the planting season. According to them, insecurity is the major cause of the fall in the price of yams as traders who normally come from Lagos and other parts of the country have stopped due to persistent abduction by bandits. Honestly speaking, the price of yam has come down seriously. Before, we were selling this yam at the cost of 110,000 naira, but it is now 55,000 naira. Traders that used to come from other places to buy our farm produce are no longer coming because of insecurity in Shiroro local government. If we will be allowed to stay peacefully in our villages, even government doesn't help us, we will fend for ourselves. Traders and truck drivers say they are also affected. They call on the government to intensify efforts in the fight against banditry that has ravaged many farming communities in the state. The price of yam is not stable. If there are buyers, the price goes up. And if buyers are not on ground, the price goes down. Buyers no longer coming like before. Sometimes we are in the market and bandits will be coming. Everybody will have to abandon his goods and run. When there was peace, we used to load 10 trucks or 20 trucks of yam in a market day, but you hardly load 2 now. It is affecting us because unless traders come to buy, we will not have anything to load. Niger State is one of the major yam producing states in Nigeria, but attacks on farming communities and abduction of traders have crippled the production of the commodity in the state. Abubakar Akote, Trust TV News, Mina.
Thank you, Abubakar, for that report. We move to the foreign scenes now. Police in Brazil have arrested hundreds of people and seized back control of the country's Congress, Presidential Palace and Supreme Court from rioting supporters of former President Jair Bolsonaro. In a tweet on Sunday, the police said at least 300 people had been detained in the capital, Brasilia, after the rampage by thousands of Bolsonaro supporters who refused to accept his election defeat. There were no immediate reports of deaths or injuries from Sunday's assault, but the invaders left a trail of destruction, throwing furniture through the smashed windows of the presidential palace, flooding parts of the Congress with a sprinkler system, and ransacking ceremonial rooms in the Supreme Court. The uprising, which lasted a little over 3 hours, underlined the severe polarization that still grips the country days after the inauguration of leftist President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, who narrowly defeated Bolsonaro in the October election. And in sports, the leadership of the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, will be having an emergency meeting with the 43 clubs in the Nigerian National League on Monday at the Football Federation Secretariat in Abuja. Head of operations of the NNL, Emmanuel Adesanya, who disclosed this in a statement, said the meeting is in continuation of the new NFF president, Ibrahim Musa Gusau's parley with the various leagues. Adesanya said part of the reasons for the Monday's emergency meeting was necessitated by unforeseen circumstances in preparation for the kickoff of the second-tier league. While regretting the inconveniences the impromptu nature of the notice would cause the clubs, he appealed for their understanding as he maintained that it is compulsory for all the 43 NNL clubs to be in attendance. Following unresolved issues over the abridged league format as proposed by the Interim Management Committee, the NFF president met with the clubs where all contentious issues were settled for the league to resume. And with that, we've come to the end of Trust News Update. Do well to follow us across all our social platforms. I'm Sakir Ibrahim. Thanks for watching.